For two, so you probably don't want to eat anything. All right, you're all set.
Come in.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. My name's Eric with ADP. How are you?
I'm good. Daniel.
Awesome. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You mind if I have a seat?
Please.
Let me, if I could, just put myself down.
Whatever you need.
Get situated. Before we begin, I want to give you my business card. If you have any questions after this meeting, please feel free to give me a call. I'd like to establish a relationship with my clients, so you can call me anytime with any questions you might have. Do you mind if I take some notes?
No. Not at all.
Well, I'm really excited I had an opportunity to meet with you today. I was speaking with my wife, and she had come into your practice, and she spoke very highly of your customer service. And she told me about a little bit about your business and how you have another location, and you're looking to expand. Can you tell me a little bit more about your practice?
Yeah, I started my practice in 2013 in the Noonan, Georgia area. That was my original practice. We got really busy. We expanded to a second location, and then if it continues how it is, we're looking to expand to a third location in a couple of years.
So we can get a look. Third location. Okay. Okay, awesome. When it comes to payroll, is there anybody other than yourself that helps you make decisions?
Yes, my wife, she's probably really involved. She does all the payroll right now. So it's my wife and I's business, and she's the one who handles all that aspect.
And your wife, Ellen, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Is there anybody else that you consult with as far as anything else?
No, it's just her.
Okay. Is she around right now so that we can have add her to this meeting? So we
She's
can.
not here today.
Okay. So inevitably she would need to be involved in the.
I would definitely want her input. At the end of the day, it's my decision, but it really would affect her. So I definitely would want her to get involved in this decision.
Okay. Awesome. Well, just to go over some of the things that I want to discuss with you today is I want to understand a bit about your payroll processing system, give you understanding about ADP solutions, and if all goes well, set up your next payroll. How does that sound?
Okay.
Okay. Could you tell me what you currently use as far as payroll is concerned?
Yeah, my wife and I, we use Microsoft Dynamics for our payroll system.
And how is that working for you?
I think right now it's doing the job. Can't complain at the we've been using it since 2003.
And you use it for both locations. Mm-hmm. Do you have to process payroll separately at each location?
Yeah, everything's pretty much manual.
Okay, so there is no connection between the two locations.
She does all of it. From one location, she does both locations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But she looks at it's done manually, so she has to look at all the pay stubs.
Okay, so to get those pay stubs, does she have to go to that location to get those?
Yeah.
Or do you do it on the phone as well?
No, she'll go get it.
Okay. Okay. How often do you do payroll?
Every 2 weeks.
And how much does it cost for the software?
I think it's $1,500 a year. Yeah, no more than that.
And how many hours does it take her to do the payroll specifically?
I would probably estimate it probably takes her about 30 hours a week.
30 hours a week? Wow.
Or like every 2 weeks.
Okay, so a pay period, 30 hours every pay period. And how much would you say you pay her an hour for just for the payroll?
I don't know. I don't really like. It's part of business expense, and she does more than just payroll. But
Okay. Well, if you would have just put a roundabout figure.
$10 an hour, no, $15 an hour. Yeah, it's hard to say, but about you can
That's
put 15.
$15 an hour, so. Okay. And how many employees do you currently have?
I have about 35.
35 employees. And with the expansion of your company, how many additional employees are you planning to add?
Plan to add 5 more employees this year.
5 more employees. And as far as your expansion is concerned, are you looking to just expand that one location, or are you looking to kind of expand even further than that?
Trying to open a 3rd location in a couple of years, though, not right away.
Not
It's
right
as long
away.
as business continues to grow, and I got to save out money to open the other location. Yeah.
So would you say saving money is a concern for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I need to cut costs, right, to invest it in specialized equipment in a new location.
And if I can find a way for you to cut costs and save money, would that be something that you'd be interested in?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Always looking to save money.
And as far as, I want to, obviously we're stepping away from your cost aspect. From your people and your employees, how are you specifically finding the people that you are staffing for the new location, or even replacement of employees for your current location?
My wife does all the HR.
Okay.
I don't really get involved into it. I trust her judgment, so she does it all.
Okay. So, as far as finding new employees, do you use like websites to find your
I think she
employees?
probably
Or?
uses websites.
Okay, she probably uses websites. And as far as disciplinary action, adding new additional employees, or termination of employees, how do you have a certain practice you use to induct new hires, terminate employees?
No,
So you don't have anything in place at all.
no.
Okay. How about labor regulations? Are you familiar with the local labor laws?
She's more familiar than I am. We don't really have. We've only had to pay a fine one time, and it was 4 years ago. She's pretty on top of it.
And do you know what you had to pay a fine for?
Late taxes or something like that. Yeah.
So do you find? Do you know what would have been a cause to you actually having to pay those taxes late?
I don't remember. It was such a while back. I don't think it was probably a couple $100. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
You don't have a specific amount. It's like just roughly.
Yeah. Yeah, we had one penalty for late reporting 4 years ago.
It doesn't say how much.
No.
Okay. So late reporting. Do you think that it's important for you to stay up to date with local regulations and regulations and labor laws?
I mean, I think it's important. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. How do you typically find that information about what's up to date with labor laws?
My wife's like the one that stays up to date. So I personally, I'm not involved in
Of course.
in the aspects of the business. I'm more involved in like the patient care, running the day-to-day operations while she does the back house.
Well, did you know that every 3.2 hours labor laws are changing?
No.
And if you were in violation of some of those labor laws and you were actually caught with that, how would that affect your business?
I mean, depending on what it is, it could hurt the reputation of the business. So what I'm hearing today is obviously you want to cut costs.
You definitely want to save more money so that you can add that money to future endeavors like your next business. You're looking to increase your employment by 5 employees with that new location. As far as late reporting, you definitely want to stay up to regulations so that you don't have any tax violations in the future, or you're not late with the taxes. As far as maintaining a positive reputation, those are the things you said was important to you. Is that correct? Is there anything else that you feel I would need as far as information?
I mean, how much does it cost? I mean, I don't, or what are you providing?
Okay. So what your concern is, you obviously have a concern for cost, and you want to know specifically what we're providing.
Yeah.
Well, as far as the price is concerned, I'll definitely dive into that a little bit more in detail. But what I want to do is show you how you're going to save money just in time alone and free up some of the time that your wife has to spend in doing payroll, where she can actually use that time to something else. Okay? Let's see. One thing that I wanted to show you is we actually have an easily accessible app that you can actually process payroll on the go. You said that specifically that you have the 2 locations, and she's having to get all the information from the other location and go back and forth. Having all of your information in one central location would save her time and money. Is that correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, with our run system, all of your employees' information will be inputted specifically by us into the system, so that saves you in time in actually inputting the information into the system. What I want to show you is how easy the payroll is to process. So if I can have you tap on the weekly payroll, regular. Okay. And then pick the specific date at the end, Friday. And you can sit done. And then hit resume. It's processing your payroll. These are actually all the people that you have on staff and what they're supposed to be paid for the specific time period. If I can have you hit preview. And then hit calculate. Okay, and then basically your for the pay period, your cash required would be $9,009.91. So this is basically streamlining the process of approving payroll and not having to go between both locations. So it's saving your wife the time that she can actually focus on other things. Okay, and if I can have you hit approve and approve payroll, you approve. Basically, your payroll is processed. It's that simple. All of your employees are entered into the system. It saves you the time and the money that you would normally spend, taking all the time processing the payroll. You specifically can tell me exactly what amount of time that your wife took to process the payroll. Oh, actually, you said that it was 30 hours. Do you see how fast we did it, as opposed to using 30 hours? Now, at 30 hours times $15 an hour, which you said that your wife made times 15. We just did the payroll in less than 5 minutes. You just saved yourself $450.
Okay, so how much does this cost?
Okay, and that's only one pay period. With there being, let's see. As far as how much it would cost to, I have it's here. Excuse me. Okay, as far as the cost per pay period, do you have 2 tax IDs or do you have 1 tax ID?
2.
2 tax IDs. So basically what it would cost for the two separate tax IDs, it would be per pay period, it would be, I'm sorry, $141, actually let me calculator. So per pay period, actually this would be annually, so it would be for both companies, two tax IDs, it would actually be $2,829.60 annually. And you're actually saving yourself, so it's 450 times 12. So as you can see the difference, you're paying $5,400 yearly, whereas our payments are for ADP with your human resources and your processing is $2,829. Do you see how you're saving money there?
Yeah.
You also stated that staying up to regulations was important to you. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. With ADP, we actually will keep you up to date with all the regulations as they change, and you actually have access to those updates on your mobile app. So it's actually all on your app where you'll actually be able to see that information. Do you see the value in using this app?
It could be helpful for her. Yeah.
Okay. Do you see? Did I alleviate any of your questions or?
So, how does that change the process? Like, the employees still clock in with a time card and everything?
We actually have the ability to allow your employees to actually have a fingerprint clock-in. So basically, they have to come to work. You don't have any issues with them having other people clock in for them. They specifically can use a machine that uses their own fingerprint. So they would actually come to work, and that information would be entered in, as they come into work.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any other concerns that you might have?
Not for now. Not for now.
Okay. If I've alleviated all your questions, do you think we should go forward and possibly meet with your wife so that she can make a decision?
Yeah. Let's make sure that we meet. Because I gotta look at my number with my wife and see, and then I'll call you.
Okay. What we can do is actually set an appointment for next week. I'm actually free on Wednesday. Morning or evening would work.
Only time I got available is next Monday.
Next Monday? Well, we can meet next Monday. I can actually send you a calendar invite for next Monday afternoon. Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, you have a good day.
You too.